Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 9 on Fourier series. In this lecture, we will discuss about Fourier series of even and odd functions. If our function is defined on an interval of this type, suppose interval is having opposite endpoints, then if our function is either even or odd, then we can simplify its Fourier series. So we first discuss what is meaning of even and odd function. So as we know, function fx is even if f of minus x equal to fx for all x, and function is called odd function if f of minus x equal to minus fx for all x. We are familiar with examples of even function. If we consider fx equal to x square, then f of minus x is going to be minus x whole square, that is x square, and this is true for all x. Therefore x square is even function. Similarly, if we consider fx equal to sin x, then we know that sin of minus x is nothing but minus sin x for all x. Therefore sin x is an example of odd function. And if our function is even, then its graph is symmetric about y-axis, as we have shown in this figure. This is the graph of even function, it is symmetric about y-axis, and graph of odd function is symmetric about origin. So here graph is symmetric about origin, or it is symmetric in first and third quadrant. Now if our function is either even or odd, then we can simplify the Fourier series, but we will use these simplifications only if our function is given on this type of interval. If interval given is of this type minus L to L, that means if we are given this type of intervals minus 1 to 1, minus pi to pi, endpoints of the interval are negative of each other. So if we have this type of interval, and if our function is either even or odd, then we can reduce our work that we are going to discuss. Now suppose our function is defined on this interval minus L to L, then as we know, Fourier series of fx is given by fx equal to a0 by 2 sigma n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos n by x by L plus sigma bn sin n by x by L. Now here we have the formulas for Fourier coefficients. A0 is given by integral of fx from minus L to L times 1 by L. An and bn are given by these formulas. So these are the general formulas for Fourier coefficients, and this is the Fourier series of our function. Now our function is defined on this interval minus L to L. Now suppose our function is even function, then we know that if our function is even, then we know this formula. If function fx is even, then this is equal to integral from 0 to a fx dx into 2. If fx is even, then we have this result if interval of integration is in this form. So suppose fx is even, we are considering two cases. First case is fx is even. So if fx is even, then integral from minus L to L fx dx will be equal to 2 times integral from 0 to L fx dx, and here we have 1 by L, so this becomes 2 by L. So if function fx is even and it is defined on this type of interval, then we can use this formula to compute Fourier coefficient a0. Similarly, we check remaining two formulas. If fx is even, here fx is even, and here we have cos function in the multiplication. So we know that cos function is also even, and product of two even functions is even. So this integrand is even function. The function in the integration is even function. So here also we can write 2 times 0 to L fx cos n pi x by L dx into 1 by L. So formula for an will be 2 by L 0 to L fx cos n pi x by L dx if fx is even. Now we check for Bn. Here function is even and we know that sine function is odd function and product of even and odd functions is always odd function. So this whole function, which is product of two functions, is odd function, and we know that if function is odd and if we integrate it over this type of interval minus a to a, then its value is 0. So Bn becomes 0 if fx is odd. So if our function is even function, then we can directly write down Bn equal to 0. So this will reduce our work of calculating values of Bn. So if fx is even function defined on the interval of this type, then a0 is given by 2 by L 0 to L fx dx, an is given by 2 by L 0 to L fx cos n pi x by L dx, and Bn are 0. So we will remember, if function fx is even, then Fourier coefficients Bn are 0. So if we consider Bn equal to 0, then in the Fourier series these sine terms will vanish and our Fourier series will contain only cosine terms. So if function fx is even, Fourier series is given by fx equal to a0 by 2 sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by L, where a0 is given by 2 divided by L times integral of fx from 0 to L, and an is given by 2 by L integral of fx cos n pi x by L dx from 0 to L, and Bn's are 0. Similarly, we can check for odd function. Now suppose our function is odd, then because here we have limits from minus L to L and fx is odd, so a0 will be 0 if fx is odd. Now if fx is odd, then here we have fx as odd function and this is even function. So odd into even is odd function, and therefore an will be 0. So if fx is odd function, a0 and an both are 0, and bn will be equal to, here fx is odd, sine function is also odd, so odd product of two odd functions is even. So this function in the product is even, so Bn will be equal to 2 divided by L integral of fx sin n by x by L from 0 to L. So if our function is odd function, value of Fourier coefficients a0 and an are always 0, and Bn will be given by 2 divided by L integral from 0 to L fx sin n by x by L dx. So if fx is odd, a0 is 0, an is 0, and bn's are non-zero, which are given by 2 by L integral from 0 to L fx sin n by x by L dx, n is from 1 to 3. So Fourier series of odd function contains only sine terms. So Fourier series of fx, if fx is odd, is given by fx equal to sigma bn sin n by x by L, where bn's are given by 2 by L integral from 0 to L fx sin n by x by L dx. So we will remember that if our function fx is defined on this type of interval, then if fx is even, then bn is 0 for every n. If fx is odd, a0 and an are 0, an is 0 for every n. So if fx is even, Fourier series will contain only cosine terms, and if fx is odd, Fourier series will contain only sine terms. So if we remember this result, then this will reduce our work. If our function is defined on this type of interval, and if it is even or odd, then either we don't have to calculate an or bn depending on the even or odd function. So we understand this with the help of example. Here our function is fx equal to x square, interval is from -1 to 1, period of function is 2. So here first we write down period of fx is p equal to 2, and therefore L is p divided by 2, which is 1. So we can compare with minus L to L. Here L is 1, and we know that x square is even function, or we can write down f of minus x is minus x whole square, that is x square, which is equal to fx for all x. So therefore fx is even, and as we have discussed, if fx is even, values of bn are 0 for all n equal to 1 to 3 and so on. So Fourier coefficients bn are 0 because fx is even function. And now we calculate a0 and an. So for a0 we have, if fx is even function, a0 is 2 by L integral from 0 to L fx dx. Here L is 1, so we have 2 divided by 1 integral from 0 to 1 fx is x square. So this is x cube divided by 3, x is from 0 to 1, and this is equal to 2 times 1 by 3 minus 0, that is 2 by 3. Now we find out values of coefficients an. So if fx is even, an are given by 2 divided by L integral from 0 to L fx cos n pi x divided by L dx. Here L is 1, so we write 2 times integral from 0 to 1 fx is x square cos n pi x dx. So now we apply integration by parts with u equal to x square and v equal to cos n pi x. So x square as it is, integral of cosine function is sin n pi x divided by coefficient of x, which is n pi, minus derivative of x square, integral of this bracket, which is minus cos n pi x divided by n pi into n pi, which is n square pi square, plus derivative of 2x, which is 2, integral of this bracket is sin n pi x divided by n square pi square into n pi, that is n cube pi cube. X has the limits from 0 to 1. So now we decide the value of this bracket when x equal to 1 and 0. So when x is 1 we have sin n pi. So sin n pi is 0. So first and last term will be 0 when x is 1. Here we have negative negative positive, x is 1, so 2 by n square pi square into cos n pi. 2 by n square pi square into cos n pi. This is for x equal to 1. Now when x is 0, this term is going to be 0, this is also 0 due to x in the product, and because sin 0 is 0, so this is also 0. So there is no non-zero contribution from x equal to 0. So this is equal to 4 divided by n square pi square, and cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n. So these are the coefficients an, n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. And we don't have to calculate bn because our function is even. So we have calculated a0 and an, and now we are able to write down the Fourier series. So therefore Fourier series of fx is bn are 0, so we will write only cosine part, sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x divided by L, and x is from minus 1 to 1. Now our a0 was 2 by 3, so 2 by 3 divided by 2, so that will be 1 by 3. An is 4 upon n square pi square minus 1 raised to n, plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity 4 over n square pi square minus 1 raised to n into cos n pi x divided by L. L is 1 here, so we have 4 by n square pi square minus 1 raised to n cos n pi x, and our function is x square. Here x is in between minus 1 to 1. Now we can write one more step. We can take terms which are independent of n, 4 over pi square outside summation. So we have 4 divided by pi square sigma n equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to n times cos n pi x. Here we have to divide by n square, minus 1 raised to n by n square, 4 upon pi square outside summation, and x is in between minus 1 to 1. And if we wish, we can write few terms of this series. So x square is 1 by 3 plus 4 by pi square. For n equal to 1, we have minus cos. For n equal to 1, we have cos pi x divided by 1 square. For n equal to 2, we have positive minus 1 square is 1, so cos 2 pi x divided by 2 square. When n is 1, we have negative sign, minus 1 raised to 3 is minus 1 divided by 3 square cos 3 pi x, or we write as minus cos 3 pi x divided by 3 square and so on. And minus 1 is in between, x is in between minus 1 and 1. We can further simplify by taking negative sign outside the bracket. So this is just for so that it will look nice. X square equal to 1 by 3 minus 4 divided by pi square. If we take negative sign outside, this will start from cos pi x. Cos pi x by 1 square minus cos 2 pi x by 2 square, alternately positive negative, plus cos 3 pi x divided by 3 square and so on. X is in between minus 1 and 1. So sometimes they can ask you prove that x square equal to this summation, so that I have written in every possible form. So in this way, if we know that our function is even or odd, and if our function is defined on interval of this type, then we can take the benefit of this type of things, that if fx is even, we don't have to calculate bn, they are always 0, and we have to just calculate a0 and an if fx is even. If fx is odd, we have to calculate only bn, a0 and an will be always 0 if fx is defined on this type of interval and if it is odd. So this is all about this lecture. I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.